European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker has warned the UK it faces a very hefty bill for Brexit. He promised 2 years of tough negotiation, when discussions on leaving terms get underway between the government and the European Union. "Exit will not come at a discount or at zero cost," he said in a speech to the European Parliament. Reports suggest the UK could have to pay the EU up to €60 billion, £51 billion, after Brexit talks start. Mr. Juncker's comments came as the House of Lords began a second day of discussion of the government's European Union notification of withdrawal bill, which, if passed, will allow Prime Minister Theresa May to trigger Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty, allowing formal talks with the EU to start. Live Brexit debate in the Lords. Peers resume Brexit bill arguments. Brexit, all you need to know. She is hoping to do this before the end of March, with EU negotiations expected to take up to 2 years. Discussions are taking place in Brussels on the size of the bill to be presented to Mrs. May when she launches the talks. The amount will cover the UK's share of the cost of projects and programmes it signed up to as a member, as well as pensions for EU officials. In his speech, Mr. Juncker, a former Prime Minister of Luxembourg, said, "It will be a tough negotiation which will take 2 years to agree on the exit terms. And to agree on the future architecture of relations between the United Kingdom and the European Union we will need years. The British people have to know, they know already, that it will not be at a discount or at zero cost. The British must respect commitments they were involved in making. So the bill will be, to put it a bit crudely, very hefty." He added, "We need to settle our affairs not with our hearts full of a feeling of hostility, but with the knowledge that the continent owes a lot to the UK. Without Churchill, we would not be here, we mustn't forget that, but we mustn't be naive. Our British friends will need to understand that we want to continue to develop European integration." Mrs. May has already said the UK will leave the European single market, but has promised to push for the freest possible trade with European countries. In a speech in January outlining her priorities for Brexit, she warned the EU that to punish the UK for leaving would be an act of calamitous self-harm. Earlier this month, the House of Commons overwhelmingly backed the EU bill and the government has said the Lords must not frustrate its passage into law.